Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. If you had a bad day and you're looking for a smile, bringing hope and joy for a day that was wild. Stuff from the cuffs is here to make things bright. In a world so dark, they're bringing some light. Stuff from the cuffs. Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. Go Bria, go Bill, go Bess, go Brian. Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs.
What's up, y'all? Woo!
That is a long time she wanted one video in her ball pit. Think she did one already, but
No, I did one in the tent.
oh well, no, she not a ball pit.
Yeah, we're in the ball pit.
Finally, and we're talking about kids.
Yes.
That's why.
Yeah. So we wanted to find a fitting place to talk about kids.
All right.
Okay, I'm getting a little bit too excited. I think I was more excited for this ball pit than the girls were initially, but now they absolutely love it. We do too.
She more than me.
I does too.
I come in here when the girls want me come in here, right?
Yeah. So today it's a chill day. It's a chill Sunday afternoon. Big ups to all our new subscribers.
Yep.
Welcome to the Cufflinks family.
Big up yourself.
Welcome, and to all our other Cufflinks family, you know,
Or returning resident.
Yes. Those who have been, with us for the past 2 months. Blessings to you. Thank you so very much.
2 months already. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
Thank you so much for
it.
making it the Cufflinks family. Stuff from the cuffs, where we give you fire. We give you fun.
Inspiration.
We're real.
And we have some educational material. If you stick around, you'll see.
Definitely. And we are on the road to 5K subscribers. So make sure that if you're watching this video right now and you have not yet subscribed, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you turn on all your notifications so that you are aware when we drop a new video.
And make sure you tell
or
a
make
friend.
a post, or
tell a friend. And you tell a friend, who tell a friend, who tell a friend, who friend.
And before you know it, the Cufflinks family is just gonna bloom and grow.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so very much. And remember to follow us on Instagram, Stuff from the Cuffs.
Yeah.
We'll put niceness going
and
on
if you have
over there.
anything you want to ask us, you can send us a DM there, or you can email us at stuffromthecuffs@gmail.com. But guys, me just there one bill, me just want to chill, me just don't eat Sunday dinner. Some honey barbecue, something I just taste up my mouth and
And y'all
she want me talk now.
Yes.
Niggeritis and fatigue.
Yes.
Ethnic fatigue.
Ethnic fatigue. So you would have niggeritis and I would have
ethnic fatigue.
Indianitis. All right, guys. So today we're talking.
No, but I have Chinese. What to you? Grandmother are Chinese. Oh.
But that's true. His grandmother is.
Oh.
Yeah. So today we're talking about how having children changed our marriage. And, a lot of times.
To this very day, we sit down in a ball pit. Big man and big woman sit down in a ball pit on a Sunday evening. I talk to people on video.
Of course. Why not?
Kids do this, guys.
Yeah. When a lot of times when people talk about having children, they talk about, we know the difficulties of having children in terms of how much time and responsibility. And we're going to touch on some of that. But we also want to touch on some of the fun things about having children and some of the great things about having children, because having children is really a blessing, and whether they are your biological children or not, having children is really a blessing. And we're going to share with you how having children changed our marriage, the good and the not so good. Yeah?
And we're going to see how much time kids interrupt this video.
Yeah. We can see oh, bless you. We can see them from here, but we know sooner or later we're going to start, hearing. What happened to you?
Ask my wife.
Bless you. What that mean?
Guys have a little allergies going on, don't worry.
Alcohology. That's all, guys. Hology. Just alcohol. You sneeze again? Okay, no. All right. So we're gonna talk about how kids changed our marriage. How having children changed our marriage. All right. So for me, okay,
That's why.
that's one time. All right. So for me, it made my life, having children made my life busier. Meaning that even if I'm not physically busy, I am still mentally busy. Meaning, I am always thinking about the girls. I am always thinking about, whether it is I'm thinking about how I'm going to get them to eat a certain thing, what we're going to do the following day, what I need to do for them in terms of schoolwork, what I need to do in terms of if we have laundry to do, whatever. My mind is always on them. Whether I'm with them or not, my mind is always on them. So I sort of feel like I don't ever have any downtime, really. I mean, when we get some alone time, yeah, but for the majority of the day, even when I'm not with them, I'm always thinking about them, always concerned, always just wondering if them are right. I mean, and that's not a bad thing, but I feel like I'm always busy, and I am always, thinking about what's next in terms of them, their health, them to get them shots, keep up with this, keep up with that. So my mind is always busy thinking about something in relation to them.
So would you say I have to second fiddle now?
No, you're still first fiddle.
What?
They are just first fiddle too. You're not second fiddle, babe, but you're a big man. You can take care of yourself. They are all responsible. Them can't do nothing for themselves. Me not have to worry about you as much. Oh, you jealous? Oh.
No.
Ooh.
Resist the devil and he will flee. I'll just piggyback off of what you said. And your whole priority as it relates to all of the things in marriage changes. So when you're doing a budget, when you're doing any forward planning, you put them at the front or the top, depending on where you're looking at it from. I know, like, if I'm doing the budget, I would put
Which he does most of the time.
Bella's formula, Pampers and wipes way up top. Because if anything else have to scrap, that nah scrap. And Bria's snacks and Bria's food. Of course, after the essentials, the utilities, etc. But you think about how you now plan your life around them. Literally, it's planning your life around them. And, when we were B squared, living all free and up and down and going here and there, now we have to think about, family before all else. And we say before all else for a reason. And it means, let me tell you, one of the things I've mentioned before was that they say that friendships end after you get married. But I say it evolves. And it's the same thing. Your marriage evolves to a next level when you have kids. And it's important to understand that the evolution of marriage is full of different things, hurdles, obstacles. But it's important to note that, the kids are no priority. It doesn't mean that everything else stops. It means that you add to what you've already been doing. You don't stop being a husband first and foremost.
Right.
You don't stop,
It's a little bit
remembering
harder.
that it is a lot harder.
Yeah.
You don't stop remembering that the marriage is something in itself that you have to take care of, as opposed to just the parenting. So it really helps you to reprioritize and to reevaluate how you do things.
Yeah.
For example, just driving. How I used to drive, I don't drive that way anymore.
It definitely doesn't drive that way anymore. So it really changes the dynamics of the marriage. It really changes how we do things, how we spend, where we go, because like, for example, if we want to have a family night out and we're choosing somewhere to go to, we have to think about, all right, does this place have a lot of loud music? Do they have drinking? Do they have smoking? Right? So we have to, they literally come first in terms of what we do, when we do it, how we do it. Certain places we can't go because we know at that time of night they should be sleeping.
Like if we need to just decide so we are touch the road, usually just grab 2 bags and run out. No bus are gonna take 20-30 hours.
So that's point number 2.
To pack up the baby them things. Like guys,
Listen,
you know what see we are go on the road. I think
listen.
of foreign where I go. Right? She pack everything she need, everything she don't need, everything
Guys,
she don't even
I have to have-
need, everything she don't even really going to use.
Guys, I have to have a plan B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. My thing
You
is...
go all the way to Z.
to Z. My thing is when I'm packing to go out, especially if we're having an overnighter, it's kind of like me can't unpack. And moms, I know you can relate. I know dads too can relate because Brian does some of the packing sometimes. But
Pack up your life.
But I'm always just thinking, well, suppose I'm gonna need this, or suppose I'm gonna need that, or what if I'm always
That's the third.
that's
time,
third.
yeah.
I'm always thinking of the possibilities and I pack for the possibilities. So whenever we go out, especially if we have an overnighter, we can't run out of clothes.
Guys.
We can't run out of this.
Guys.
We'll never be out of that.
Must pack half the house and put in a vehicle.
Well, I prefer to have half the house than be
When we
out
come
there
back,
and not have anything.
We usually use not even quarter, not even 1/10 of the house. And we come back. And you know who have to pack? And who have to pack out when we reach? And who have to pack back in? And then when we come back on, packing again. We just pack up.
Well, it's a lot of packing. So the way how we pack has changed. I remember before we started having what was I saying? Before we started having children, Brian used to do the packing for us. Remember, like we used to pack for go overseas. You used to do the packing for me. You remember? You don't remember? Okay. But it was easy 1, 2. But now I am very meticulous. I take my time. I have to plan.
Guys, let me interject. As Sebastian, in love pack. Honeymoon. Guys, I said I run out to the honeymoon with my little bag on my back and my little
and I was
little bag in
wondering,
my
where is
hand.
he going?
I'm ready. My girl come with 2 suitcase and an next bag.
I had to
None
plan.
of the thing them in the suitcase video.
When we just got married and everything, we slept together. I mean, slept in the same bed most of the time. We slept
Guys, when we just got married, we slept together.
We slept in the same bed most of the times. Now that the girls have their own room, I find that sometimes I still find myself sleeping with the girls when I really don't have to.
Guys,
And it's a matter of habit.
and not just habit. It's several reasons. One, when you put the girls to sleep,
Sometimes you fall asleep.
Yeah, I end up realize when I wake up at 2-3 o'clock. I
Might as
realize,
well you just stay. Yeah.
And it happened to me too. Like me, I put them to sleep sometimes. And I end up when I wake up, I'm sun up the next morning. And Bass and Bree in our room, and me and Bella in the other room. So it's tricky, but it's something that you have to be careful about because you might end up spending a whole week apart, quote unquote, during sleep time because you fall asleep, or because Bella fussy and she want you to stay with her a little longer, or Bria fussy and she see Bria mother here? No, see Bria daughter here. When Bria wake up 3 o'clock in the morning and Bria's Mommy! Why? And start ball. My little miss get up out of our bed and go stay with our mother, Bria. And Bria will not go back to sleep until Bass comes.
What am I supposed to do?
And our quality time is interrupted. Since we're on the topic, guys,
apart from that,
kids know when they're not up to something.
Seriously, they do.
Wire.
They could be sound asleep and you say, all
You
right.
put to bed and turn off a light and
And you say, let's
lock up
ready
room
to
door
rumble. You only hear, Mom, Mommy.
I hear a knock on the door.
We could be not doing anything
Guys.
the whole time. We could be watching a movie, whatever. But as soon as
The minute Bass decides, say. The minute, but I can't get no peace, guys. I sit down and try focus, spend time with God, or watch a movie, or just be like, let's just relax. But anyway, But anyway, the point is,
Yeah.
it gets a lot of different.
Yeah, it's
tricky.
really, really different.
Yeah.
And to Bria's attachment to me and sleeping with me, it came from when, it was just us. So I took her out of her crib when she was 7 months old.
And she's never been back.
She's never been back.
never
She was
been
sick one night. She had a fever, and being a new mommy, and because hubby wasn't here, I was kind of scared. So in my mind, I was saying I didn't want her to be having a fever, right? The temperature to spike, and me not to be aware because I'm tired, so I don't want to fall like in deep sleep. So I always had her beside me from 7 months old, and she's never been back in the bed. And that's one of the things in the crib, sorry. And that's one of the things that we said that we were not going to do with Bella. Yeah. Bella is 1 year and 5 months, and she still loves her crib, still sleeps in her crib.
There are moments.
Well, there are moments when Brian fall asleep.
If she wake up and she see we,
oh yes,
she won't come in her bed too.
Yeah, she won't come in her bed. Yeah. But those moments are rare compared to when she actually sleeps in the crib. So that's another thing. The whole sleeping dynamic kind of changed, and
you have to be conscious about this, guys. You have to make an effort
to make sure that we sleep in the same bed.
No matter how much you try, and it's building on that point, no matter how much you try, your quality time will be affected. Your children are your world, and they believe that you are their world, and their world should make your movements be whatever you think it is. Nah, it's all about them. That's how they believe. That's what they think in their heads, and that's how it really becomes. It's really hard, and as they get older, they'll understand mommy and daddy time, and understand, when it's just not their time. But it takes a lot.
I remember one night I said to Bria, because Brian and I wanted to, I don't know, watch a movie or something. So I said to Bria, I said, all right, Bri, mommy's going to put you to bed now. All right, so we're going to put you to bed now. It's early, but we need to put you to bed now. And you know what Bria's response was? You want to go and play with daddy, don't it?
Yeah, it's something else.
And I was like, oh my goodness. But yeah, it changes that whole dynamic. And another thing, going to another point, having children has really brought out the kid in us again. It has made us a little bit more creative. That's number what? Four.
One more and that's it, guys.
It has made us a lot more, not even a little bit, a lot more creative with how we cook, with how we arrange the house. I mean, half of the house look like a playroom, look like a nice daycare center, right? It has impacted how we do just about everything, even the movies and stuff that we watch in the daytime and while they're awake. We have to be very creative where that is concerned, because we have to be careful about what they watch, what they take in, what they soak up, because we are training them up in the way of the Lord. So we want to ensure that what we watch is in alignment with our beliefs and our morals and values.
Even only that, you just have to watch what's out there, because there's so many things that's out there now that you really have to be careful. You have to watch what they might watch and listen to it to get an understanding. There comes a time when you sit down and watch these things more than them sometimes. Like, Mr. Incredibles, Baby Shark, all of these things. Like, it really becomes you. Yeah. So, for those who are new couples or young couples or persons who are really just hung-ho or really going after kids and just want kids, it is going to turn your life, I won't say upside down. It's going to be completely different. It is going to be completely different. It's a whole new world. Yeah, everything that you put first now will not be first anymore.
And even how we spend. I know we touched on that a little bit before, but something just came to mind. Like, if I am buying something,
I told you guys that's 5. That's 5. That's it.
All right, so we're wrapping up. So if I have no reservations with spending, or say if I'm taking out something in the store with spending on them, but if I see some, even if it's just $500 and it's for me, I'll do the same for Brian. But for me, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I should have buy this. Mind you, don't spend 20 grand on them,
Yeah, but just in case something comes up.
Yeah, just in case something comes up, I don't want to spend the extra $500 on myself. But then I also have to balance that with self-care. I remember Brian saying to me the other day that, he sent me for a pedicure before COVID and everything. He said, at least try to do this like once a month, because I used to do it often before we started having kids. But then that extra money, I'm like, maybe we need it buy Pampers or something. So, but self-care is important, and that's something that we have
not take care of yourself. And no matter how you love your kids and you put them first, what's gonna happen if you die, or what's gonna happen if you go? You get really run down and you're not no patience and no nothing. You're just vexed, angry, upset,
Right, so
cross,
self-care is
miserable.
important.
You have to take care of you so that you can give to them. You can't be an empty vessel and expect to fill them up. So you have to still take care of yourself. You have to do something for you.
Mentally,
if I playing
physically,
anything,
anything.
schedule a games night. If I playing football, schedule football. Mani pedi, schedule it. Do it, because you cannot give to them what you don't have. And I think the final one for me, and as we're wrapping up before Bella start ball down the place, is our marriage as it relates to even friends change. What do I mean?
Yeah.
What we would allow as just a couple, we would have games nights and people come over, and it's more, you're more open and carefree with some things. When a child comes into play, especially if the child has any underlying situation, or the child is of a certain age, or their immunity and build up, I think some people don't understand. Like Bass always talks about the time when Bria got ringworm after we went out. And there are some people who them just
somebody touched her in her face the first time we took her out. And it was at
it was at church, right? And
for a blessing.
Some people just don't understand. Parenting itself is a challenge, and
it's raining, by the way, guys.
So parenting itself is a challenge, and the added dimensions that it comes along with. It's not easy, so we just need people around us who will be supportive and understanding of some of the decisions we have to make as parents, right? It's not easy for us just as is. So you can imagine much more when, let's say, a child is of a certain age and their immune system is not yet built up,
Alright, we're coming.
or if your child has a sickness, or your child is not as strong as you'd like them to be, or whatever. It is just as important to us, so it needs to become important to our friends.
Yeah, children are a blessing, and we're wrapping up this video because the kids want us, so that's another whole thing, right? So children are a blessing, and we're thankful that God has really blessed us. It has really changed the whole dynamics of our marriage. We would not want to have it any other way.
Yep, it's just a continuous journey of learning each other in new situations. And as the rain comes to take over,
we gotta
just
go.
like our kids, that's how they've taken over our lives. And we're just really thankful. And one of the things is that we have to be a community. Parents with children, we have to be a community, because it takes a village to raise a child.
Thank you guys so very much for watching another episode of Start from the Cuffs, where we give you fire, we give you fun, we're inspirational, we're real. And of course, we give you some educational material. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave us a comment. Thank you so very much for being a part of the Cufflinks family. We'll have another video for you soon. Adios.
Enjoy your Sunday, guys.
Yeah.
Adios.
That means bye.
Yes, that means bye.
Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. If you had it back there and you're looking for a smile, stuff from the cuffs.